Hi Year 4 and welcome to another reading session. I'm going to read part of chapter 3, The Festival. The next morning, Anatoly is gone. Though I knew he would be, disappointment falls over me like a heavy leather cloak. There's a note from him on the table saying the forest called him in the night and 2 twigs of goat willow dotted with silvery catkins. Mamochka shakes her head at the note but smiles at the twigs and tucks one into a buttonhole on her coat. I do the same with mine, and we step out into the sharp air to load up a sledge with Mamochka's supplies for the festival. Mousetrap scampers around and over me, leaping from my shoulders to my hands to the sledge and back again, sniffing all the bottles and jars and scowling at the ones filled with herbs and seeds that whisper and rattle as they move. It's fun watching him, but I can't stop thinking about Anatoly's story from last night. I keep going over the details as if looking for clues, and I keep touching my arrowhead necklace to feel its sharp edges and trembling cold. This morning it feels like there's a snowstorm inside it. You understand it's just a story, don't you? Mamochka says, reaching up to straighten the buttons on my coat. She always knows what I'm thinking, and she always fusses with my clothes or my hair when she's concerned about me. Of course, I nod, but I can't help wondering, what if there's truth in the story like Anatoly said? What if Nastasia was real and my birth mother? The thought makes my heart skip and jump like Mousetrap on the sledge. Come on, Mamochka finishes squashing cotton grass into the crates and covers them with furs. Let's have a hot drink before we go. I have a surprise for you too. Her eyes sparkle with excitement and curiosity rushes through me. Are you coming inside? I offer my hand to Mousetrap, who's now stalking a fluffy seed head across the top of the crates. His whiskers twitch with annoyance, as if I've disturbed an important hunt, but he leaps onto my palm, scrambles up my coat and squeezes into my collar. I smile at the feel of his tiny body, soft and warm against my neck, and follow Mamochka into the house. She opens one of the drawers in her medicine mixing corner and pulls out a large brown parcel and passes it to me, beaming. I take the parcel and unwrap it, then open out the vast folds of fabric I find inside. It's a long, dark skirt. I frown at it because I'm wearing my old comfy trousers, but then I notice the colours dancing on the hem. I embroidered it myself. Mamochka moves a pan of Speeton onto the stove and warms it up as I look at the delicately stitched pictures more closely. There's a forest filled with creatures and a blue mountain rising into the distance. A fiery dragon flies across the night sky, and a regal bear dances in a crumbling castle overgrown with vines. A house with chicken legs sprints across a riverbank, and a pack of wolves hunt beneath a full silver moon. These are scenes from Anatoly's stories, I whisper, unable to believe Mamochka sewed this for me. I know how much the stories mean to you. That's why I made this. But I made it for you to wear today in the village, the place where you belong, with those who love you. She looks me in the eye. More than anything, I want to believe she's right, so I push away thoughts of my own story hidden somewhere in the forest, but I feel my heart stretching. Mamochka keeps staring at me, a huge smile on her face and a twinkle in her eye. What is it, I ask, my brow furrowed. You've been chosen to carry winter. Mamochka throws her arms around me. I'm distracted by how they barely reach halfway, so it takes a while for her words to sink in. Every year at the festival, a big straw doll called Winter is burned to symbolise the end of winter and the coming of spring. Carrying Winter to the bonfire is a real honour, usually given to one of the grown-ups who has contributed most to the village life over the season. I'm so proud of you. Mamochka pulls away from me and puts her hand over her heart. For a moment I wish Anatoly was here. I wonder if he'd have stayed and come to the festival if he'd known I was carrying Winter, wearing a skirt with his stories on. Then I realise what a silly thought that is. Anatoly never comes to festivals. Go and try his skirt on. Mamochka nudges me out of the kitchen. Then we'll have this drink and get going. I go to my room and change into the skirt and my favourite pair of reindeer skin boots. Anatoly made them from the softest, stretchiest leather, so they never pinch or rub. He always gives me a few pairs when he visits, some that fit and bigger ones to grow into. I make sure my arrowhead necklace is tucked safely inside my jumper, and before going back downstairs, I slide the wolf claw Anatoly gave me out from beneath my pillow and put it in my pocket. Because even though Winter is only made of straw, I have the feeling I may need some extra strength today. Okay, That's it for today, and we'll read the rest of chapter 3 tomorrow. Bye.